And joining us now from your Dallas market is James Sharp. He is the owner and realtor of the Sharp Real Estate Group. James, great to see you again.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
So James, today we're talking about something incredibly important. This is such an exciting idea that you've developed. It's called Sharp Shoes. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what it's all about?
Thanks for that segue. It started actually last month. We were getting the family together around Thanksgiving, and my son Tucker, he's a very insightful guy. He's like, "Hey, Dad, what would make this the best Christmas ever? What would be your Christmas wish?" And I said, "My gosh, that's good. That's a good question. Can I get back to you?" And I started thinking, and I said, "You know what? Back when I was 6 years old, somebody gave me a pair of shoes at Christmas time, and it made all the difference. In fact, that was the only pair I got that year, and I wore those things out." I said, to me, to make this the best Christmas ever is to make sure every boy and girl that wanted a pair of shoes come Christmas morning would have that happen. And that'd be my Christmas wish. Thus, Sharp Shoes kind of was born.
Sharp Shoes was born, and then you went on a huge media campaign. It's all over your social media, and you started by originally doing kind of a fun idea to get people involved and to get people interested, and it was called 12 Days of Shoes. Tell me a little bit about
12
that.
Days of Shoes, absolutely. Instead of the 12 Days of Christmas, we got the 12 Days of Shoes. And actually, I brought on the show today the pair that started it all. This, if you could zoom in on a little bit, there is the actual pair that I affectionately called the one that started it all. That pair was worn by me this summer, and every time I was wearing it, I felt like $1 million to wear them for sure. But I got this like, wow, these are great pairs of shoes. Oh my gosh, where'd you get them and stuff? And it kind of created this awareness. So fast forward, I'm thinking, this is December. What happens around December? A lot of people are thinking, how can I give back? What is kind of a clever way to tie in? And I said, aha, I'll do the 12 Days of Shoes, because I'm a shoe lover. Now, all these years later, I could buy, multiple pairs of shoes. So in my book, I've bought some fun, fabulous shoes. Let me have my Instagram and Facebook followers, social media, kind of take a sneak peek in my closet and kind of build this up as a platform for awareness.
Sure.
And thus the 12 Days of Shoes got.
And you did. You did. You got people involved. You actually got people voting on which shoes they liked best as well, which I love. But now over hundreds of pairs, I should say, of new and gently used shoes have been donated, brought into your offices. Thousands of dollars have been donated, but you still need more. The list is long for the children who need shoes.
Absolutely, and this is one of the most sobering things is I'm getting, because of social media, and this is getting its own movement, people are reaching out from different local charities in our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And what is the common thread through every single call, every conversation I've had from every director is we do not get shoes donated at this time of year. We get lots of clothes, we get lots of toys, we get blankets and food, which is all wonderful. We just don't get shoes. And I was like, wow. And this is something I've heard time and time again. So we're working with local groups like homeless shelters, battered women's shelters, transition houses for kids where they're pulled out of bad situations, child protective, and they don't have the foster family just yet. They still need Christmas, guys. They still need pairs of shoes and actually socks to go with it. So we've collected a lot of interest there from folks that say, how can I help? And I said, well, if you're local, you can drop by a pair of shoes that you either bought or, hey, you have one in the closet, you haven't worn, that maybe it's got, too small, too big, what have you. Or if you got some that, hey, I've only worn them a handful of times, just drop those off. Or if you can't get to Plano, can't get to our Dallas drop-off locations, do us a favor, just go to our website. It's sharpshoes.org. And you can donate online, and it would go for every $20 that goes to buy a pair of shoes. So you get a $100 donation, we can actually impact and get 5 pairs of shoes for 5 very needed kids.
Oh, so fantastic. Such a worthy cause. James, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting us be a part of this, and I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, James. And be sure to stick around. We'll be right back with more of the show.